What is up, people of YouTube? And it is I, Goji Madzilla, and I am here for my first ever top 10 object show list. Now, this is my top 10 best object shows on the entire internet. Sorry if I keep stuttering, but there are a few rules to this. I'm only going to be counting ones that are actually animated, so no PowerPoint object shows, and I will be excluding the movie too, because that's a movie, not a show. Sure, it's based off of a show, but I wouldn't count it as a show, because it's, well, a movie. So, let's begin. Also, it's my opinion, so don't get butthurt. Coming in at number 10 is Object Invasion. Now, Object Invasion, the reason why it's so high on the list, or below, can't really decide, but the reason why it's at 10th place is probably because it's really not too bad, but it's one of the best, better than the other ones, I will say, but it mainly focuses on the animation perspective, because, I mean, it started out crud in episode 1, but then got better through episode 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, which the most recent episode is episode 6, The Crate Outdoors, which, also nice pun, by the way. Dang, I think I hear a dog barking. But anyways, continuing on with the list, the animation is awesome, the characters do need a bit of work, and the voice acting is pretty good. I won't rate any stories, because they keep using the story over and over again. Inanimate objects with stick figure legs battle for something. So, yeah, the animation's good, character development needs a bit of work, and the voice acting is pretty good for what it is. Coming in at number 9, we have Object Havoc. Object Havoc is one of the most popular object shows on the internet, mainly due to its awesome animation, which it seems like animation is the hardest thing to do in an object show. I kind of find it voice acting to be the hardest, because I'm kind of running out of voices for my shows, which, to be honest, the voice acting in Object Havoc is superb, the animation's awesome, character development, just like Object Invasion, needs a bit of work, but what makes this object show special, better than Object Invasion, is because of its more character development. Sure, it has dull characters, but at least they try to build connections with each other. I'm not saying Object Invasion has no connections, they do build connections, but I feel like Object Havoc has more character development than Object Invasion, which that why it makes it better. Number 8 is Object Madness. Now I know what you're thinking. Why Object Madness? It's so good. Well, to me, it's one of the best, but not the best. It's probably because it only has one episode, and episode 2 is taking forever to make. I mean, seriously. I'm not trying to blame the creator of it. I forget the name. What's the creator? Phoebe? Phoebe, I think his name is, yeah, Phoebe. I'm not trying to blame Phoebe for this. Object shows are hard to make, but when it's 2 years, that is almost the length of BFDI's hiatus. And we thought no BFDI would make the object show community go insane, which it kind of did, but Object Madness is almost done, like the episode 2, but then once episode 3 hits around, who knows, I might be done school by then. But anyways, it's probably because it only has one episode, and there's not much to judge off of it. I mean, the animation's good, character development is good, better than Object Havoc and Invasion, and again, I won't be rating the story, but the voice acting is awesome. They do a pretty good impression of Tennis Ball and Nickel from Inanimate Sanity and BFDI. My only issue with it is Puffball and Puffball's voice. They sound really hard to it's just really hard to kind of hear what they're saying until you put on the captions, which then it'll kind of fix the issue. But even then, someone wouldn't actually know to do that. Number 7 is Brawl of the Objects, which Brawl the Objects is created by the guy who won the BFDI and Inanimate Sanity art contests, I believe. Which, if you actually did that, that would be really cool, let alone the two biggest object shows of all time. Which, Brawl the Objects itself, it's not that bad. I mean, it has different assets, and I don't think there's a reused asset they ever used. I mean, they use their own mouth. They use their own mouth design. They use their own body design. And the best thing is, these episodes are pretty entertaining. I especially like episode 1, where, spoiler alert, the car is going down and Scissors is going up, and then it slams right into Scissors, and Pizza and Party Hat are in the two front seats, though they get to be the team captains. I love that scene. It gets me every time. I don't know why, I just laugh at it. Number 6 is Objects at Sea, which, Objects at Sea, to be honest, is pretty good. There's 2 episodes right now, and I find episode 1 to be... This is kind of like Objects Havoc in a way. The first part of it, it's not really animated well, but it has good voice acting. And then, like, later on, it gets even better. Like, I believe there's this one shot where, what was it? I forget. One of the characters were animated in, like, 3D. Almost like when they were moving around, it kind of shifted at the back, kind of 3D looking. That was pretty cool. But again, how do I say this? It's kind of lower on the list because, I mean, it's only number 6. And not to mention it only has 2 episodes, so there's not much to judge off it. Not to mention, Tile is Cool, I believe his name is, hasn't been active for over a year, which is kind of disappointing, which leads me to believe his channel's dead. So that means if his channel's dead, no more Objects at Sea, which leads me to believe it's cancelled. Or the 3rd episode is still in production.